So how we prepare for a hurricane here on the farm is to move the laying hens to the northernmost part of their pasture, which has the higher elevation. Our pastures, if you've seen some of our other videos, we bought this property just about 10 years ago. And when we purchased it, it was an old grove like 30 or 40 years before that. So it hasn't had any chemicals on it for 30 plus years. But what we've done is, and we fertilize with chicken poop, which I know you already know. And so one of the things that was a benefit to and for us was the ability to have the highs and low spots that you're going to see, or that you see behind me, from the groves, because that's how they used to run their irrigation. And so we have swales, so we have high spots and low spots. And as a result of that, when we first bought the property, we really weren't sure whether or not that was going to be a blessing or not. And what we have found is it truly is a blessing, because of the opportunity for that water flow to just drain right off the mounds. We keep the laying hens and their houses on the mound part, and then we allow the water to obviously naturally drain off and to go about its business. And so by having this setup here, naturally the way the property is already graded, we are able to take advantage of that during any type of excessive rain, during hurricanes or tropical storms, because we're able to keep the chickens on high ground, and we're able to allow the water to just drain around them and exit the property, which is really fantastic. Manny's done just an incredible job. He and the outside team are just amazing. And so they've really positioned us well. We learned a lot from Hurricane Irma that happened on September 10th of 2017. That wiped us out. It's pretty aggressive. We lost almost everything, pretty much, and we had to start over. So we learned a lot from that, and in other videos you've seen that we've done some change in design on our houses to reinforce them differently. We've engineered them a little differently, and we've learned from that as well in the laying hen house. Our laying hen house is made predominantly of very, very heavy steel I-beam, and that's because of the weight of the structure itself, but also because with the laying hens and with us moving them every several days, just for that extra nutrient dense pasture that we have, we also want to make sure that when we get any heavy winds that come out of nowhere, that building or all those buildings are really heavily secured, and that they're not going to fly away or they're not going to flip. So that's how we've designed those. And again, and then in another video, we could talk about more of the specific engineering designs on that. But this morning, I just wanted to come out and let you know that we are preparing. As a matter of fact, we're pretty much prepared. We have a few final things, but everything that's not glued or screwed or tightened or attached to something has already been secured, and we're as ready as we probably can be. We'll all figure out what's going to happen over the next few days, and then we'll make final adjustments. But that is how we prepare our laying hens for the very heavy tropical storms or hurricanes. Now, switching over to the meat chickens, at this moment we don't have any meat chickens. They will come to us, the babies will come to us in a few weeks, and then we'll have those in the brooder, and then after 3 to 4 weeks, depending on their size, they will go out in a rotation to the pasture. We do have baby laying hen chicks in the brooder right now, but they are safe and secure, and we have all of our rice all done and secured, and we're good to go for that. And then the sheep and the cattle, they pretty much just hunker in. They will situate themselves on the highest portion of the property in the pasture that they're in. They typically stay away from structures because they know intrinsically that those structures could potentially come down or move. And I think that Mother Nature has designed these animals perfectly so that they know how to keep themselves safe. So we do keep an eye on them. We make sure that all of our gates are shut and everything's chained and things like that. That way we can be proactive on anything that might rip or tear down, or something that might fall into a fence line. And if the cattle or the sheep get out of one pasture on the interior of the property, then we have other pastures and other exterior fences just to make sure that the livestock is safe as well as everybody else. So just a few insights and some tidbits on how we prepare here at Circle C Farm in South Florida for hurricanes or really bad tropical storms or anything like that. So stay safe out there. Hope this gives you a little bit of information, and we wanted to let you know that we've done everything we can to make sure that our livestock are safe and make sure that all of our humans are safe as well. So wishing you a good day, and be safe, be healthy, and we'll see you soon. Thank you for being part of the Circle C Farm family. From our pasture to your plate, this is Farmer Nicole.